Giant safety Julian Love said this on Good Morning Football when asked about Nick Sirianni. He's in for a free ride right now.
Oh, boy.
You guys can coach this team.
Oh, boy.
That is first and foremost.
Wow.
That
aggressive.
One, disrespect. Two, shout out to Julian Love, a Chicagoland area native, Nazareth Academy.
Aggressive.
That was super. You guys can coach this team.
Y'all know.
First of all,
I'm a
I
hater.
cannot.
Y'all know I'm a hater.
But that is some serious hate.
Wow. I mean, you got to really. Go ahead.
All right, so this is a guy in Nick Sirianni who people made fun of after his introductory press conference
where he couldn't talk.
He could not speak.
Yes.
No, he struggled through that, but has proven over 2 seasons that he is a really good football coach.
Yeah.
When you hear this from Julian Love, who plays for the rival New York Football Giants, is this just hate, Joshua Perry?
It is just hate, and I want to actually go back to that introductory press conference. Like, it certainly was a mess. You got to coach your guy up. Did they hire the guy because he could talk to the media good, or did they hire the guy because he's good with X's and O's? Like, that's the question. So for people that were saying that was going to be some indication of what Nick Sirianni's tenure as the head coach of the Philadelphia Eagles was going to be like, I think that was pretty foolish. But let's break down what's happened here. Because he said Sirianni's got a free ride. You know, the roster's really good. Anybody can coach that team. First off, that's fallacy. The NFL is built for people to go 500 every year. So not just anybody can coach. And we've seen good rosters with bad coaching look like bad teams or even average teams. This is a very good roster, but it's been coached very well. They won a ton of football games, many of them convincingly throughout the season. That indicates a good coach to me. Then you look at the way that they got started in 2021. They got off to a 2-5 start. Then they finished 7-3. They go and get a playoff berth. So it seems like a guy who's got answers when things aren't necessarily going well.
Yeah.
What can I attack to change the outcomes so they are in our favor? He did that in year 1. And then year 2, I guess he just took the same game plan from the back half of the first year and said, I'm going to replicate it, and it worked. But the biggest thing to me, and the one that's the indicator, 2021, they get rid of Carson Wentz. They say, Jalen Hurts is going to be your guy. Go and make it work. Did they not make it work?
They made it work.
Because this year, Jalen Hurts looks like a pretty damn good quarterback to me, an MVP candidate, right?
A finalist for MVP. And I think when you look at Nick Sirianni and what he's been able to do in 2 seasons, there would be a lot of head coaches around the NFL that would have said, I'm out on this guy, Jalen Hurts. He said, all right, if this is the guy that I'm going to have, I'm going to do everything I can to make sure that this kid is successful, and he did that. Does it help when you drafted Devontae Smith?
Of course.
Yes. Does it help when you have a guy in there already like Dallas Goedert?
Of course.
Yes. Does it help when you go and get a big-time, bona fide, number 1 receiver like an A.J. Brown?
Of course.
Absolutely. But the way that they changed their running game, they had the best season running the football in the history of the sport. Right. They had more rushing touchdowns than any team in the history of football. And that includes back when all they used to do was run the football. So that tells you how effective and efficient they are. And he's a guy that those players believe in, right? He's a guy that is talking mess to crowds and throwing it up after games and really getting involved, and they believe in him. And I think you've been in the locker rooms before. When you don't have a head coach that you believe in, that thing is cooked.
Yeah, and there's a lot of ways to screw it up. I think coaches get in the way sometimes. Like they think that they are the reason, and sometimes it's about the players and just making sure that you don't get in their way. That's what it seems like he's done. It's not to say that he hasn't done all of the right coaching things, but when it comes down to executing the game plan, I have a quarterback who's got a unique skill set, so I'm going to lean into that. We're going to have a really good ground game. And then I've got some guys in our secondary that can really lock people down. So we're going to play coverages where they're going to throw us the football. They have done things the right way. They've added the players, but Nick Sirianni has really been the reason why they haven't screwed this thing up, because that's what the NFL is all about. Coaches screw things up all the time. He hasn't done it, and they're playing in the Super Bowl.
Best non-Urban Meyer coach that you played for in the NFL?
Pete Carroll.